Hello, Wilmywood, and welcome to another episode of the Seahawk Scoop. I'm your host, Logan Cobb, and here's what's been trending. The Emmys happened last week, leaving viewers asking, what just happened? This year, the Emmys featured more upsets and shocking results than an episode of Maury. The Emmys is a big deal, and I don't have enough time to go through every single award, so I'm just going to give you a brief recap. The theme of this year's Emmys was sad death. Carrie Underwood finished off what Across the Universe started by killing the Beatles. Breaking Bad won Best Drama Show, but not Best Actor. Behind the Candelabra basically won everything else. Netflix shows are the next big thing, and Neil Patrick Harris was a pretty good host, but he wasn't no Logan Cobb. Aside from the Emmys, a lot of other less talented celebrities tried to stay in the spotlight. For example, Ray Cyrus decided to hop on the Miley Cyrus bandwagon and finally decided to comment on his daughter, saying, and I quote, "She is hurting my achy-breaky heart the way she's shaking her sweet niblets around. Dang, Flabbit, I liked her more when she pretended to be bipolar on the Disney Channel." This season of Dancing with the Stars is underway, and I'm sad to report that Bill Nye the Science Guy is a horrible dancer. I'm sure you all are just as shocked as I am. Even though he is last on the score sheets, he is still number one in our heart. However, former King of Queens star and recovering Scientologist Leah Remini is tearing it up, and she is the early favorite. Also, it is reported that Lamar Odom briefly left the rehab clinic he was checked into for an undisclosed reason. Many say he was on the hunt for strippers and cocaine. Others believe he was having a secret counseling session with Chris Humphries about how to escape from the Kardashians. Twitter has become a more and more prevalent media outlet over the past year, and to celebrate that, we at the Seahawk Scoop will from now on feature a celebrity Twitter picture of the week and a celebrity tweet of the week. Here's what was ratchet enough to make our show, according to my writing team. This first picture, we see the rapper Tyga and his girlfriend Black China. Yes, Black China is her name. That's the girl that Amanda Bynes was trying to look like. I see a lot of resemblance there. Also, we see Kourtney Kardashian with her kinda husband and so-called Lord of Place in England, Mr. Scott Disick. And here is our tweet of the week. We're real sorry, Gucci Mane. I hope it all works out. We at the Seahawks Scoop would like to hear from our viewers, so please tweet to us about your roommate while hashtagging DubRoomie. Please do not hold back and fill us in, because you may make our show. This week, Sorted Lives will open in the Cultural Arts Building. I had the opportunity to interview some of their cast members, and here's what they had to say. Can you please tell me what this play is about?
That is a good question. It's about a lot of things. There's a woman named Peggy, and she is related somehow to every character in the play, and she has died by mysterious circumstances that are revealed. And it's sort of all about how this death sort of brings light a lot of things within this community, and it brings up a lot of secrets that a lot of people really wouldn't have wanted brought to light.
Gary, you've gotten to work with Ed before. What is it like working with the mastermind that is Ed Wagonseller? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. Ed is a constant professional. He's fantastic to work with. He knows everything that's going to happen on stage before it happens. He's so methodic in the way he does things. It's a real blessing to work with Ed Wagonseller.
Talk to me a little bit about what all has gone into this rehearsal process, like how long you've been rehearsing, how much time you spend per week, per night, that kind of thing.
Well, we actually only had 3 weeks to rehearse. We had auditions the first day of school, and cast list went up the next day, and rehearsal was that night. So we've been working really hard for the last 3 weeks. Only had a very small amount of time, very small window to get this up. What's it like working with this cast? It's a large cast. It's a heavy ensemble piece. As you said, what's it like working with those people?
It is a very heavy ensemble piece, but it's one of the best ensemble pieces that I've ever done. One of the best casts that I've ever worked with. And I think that's saying a great deal. They're fantastic people to work with, especially Ed Wagonseller, and our production team with Taylor and Mariah and Joseph and Rob. Everyone's just so easy to work with. They take great direction the entire cast does, and I think it's going to be a fantastic piece.
The show runs from September 26th through the 29th and from October 3rd to October 6th. Shows start at 8 o'clock Thursday through Saturdays and on 2 o'clock on Sundays. Last week, I was lucky enough to attend an advance screening of Don John, written by, directed by, and starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt. The movie also stars Scarlett Johansson and Julianne Moore. This brings us to a segment we like to call Critics on Campus. Don John is about Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character, who plays this like quintessential Jersey boy, and he's got a weakness, and that weakness is that he's addicted to pornography. This affects many assets of his life. I thought it was a pretty interesting movie. I got to see it with my girlfriend Molly Marra, who is my co-host this week, and it was pretty important that we went and saw it together, because if you go see this movie, you need to see it with someone that you're comfortable with. And we've been dating for 3 years. I hope we're comfortable with each other by this point. So dear, what did you think of this movie?
Well, I really liked it. I'm a big Joseph Gordon-Levitt fan. I love all the stuff he's in, so I was really excited that he finally decided to direct and write a movie. And even though the plotline dealt with some promiscuous items, I still thought that the movie was quite enjoyable. But Logan, is very true when you say that you have to see it with someone that you like and you're comfortable with. Going to see it with mom, dad, grandma. It would
first date movie, absolutely.
Yeah, first date, awkward. So definitely see it with someone you're comfortable with, because there's a lot of promiscuous shots. But I really liked the plotline, and the story was something new and different, so I thought it was really good.
I agree. I think that the structure of this movie was very unique. It was repetitive at times, but that was like kind of a thing. You can kind of get that week by week struggles that he goes through, so to speak. At times, I thought that was a little weird. I think that his relationship with Julianne Moore, I don't think it had enough building action. It was just kind of like, oh, this is kind of a weird relationship, and then all of a sudden it was like, whoa, full on. So that was a little weird, but other than that, I really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was hilarious. It's very relatable as far as like some of the conversations they have in their relationship. It's very, I think a lot of people can relate to it. And I really enjoyed it. I would give this movie 4 stars. Definitely worth going to see in a theater. I think you absolutely need to go see it on the big screen. What did you think about this?
I definitely liked it. Unlike you, I did like the relationship between Julianne Moore. I know you were complaining about it when we exited the theater, but I just thought that, it really showed the depth of Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character, and I just really loved his character, his tank tops, his Jersey boy, his dragon tees, his, rating girls by numbers. It was pretty hilarious.
Yeah, some of the conversations he had with his friends were absolutely true. So out of 5 stars, dear, what would you give this?
4.5. The extra half is just because I'm a big JGL fan.
As most women are. Well, that concludes this week's episode of the Seahawk Scoop. Stay up to date with what's going on in Wilmington by following me on Twitter at @LoganC_TealTV, and check out the movies in Lumina this week. Again, I'm Logan Cobb. This is Molly Marra. And thanks for tuning in.